what would it take for you to run for president in 2020? And if not, then 2024?
My family saying yes. Otherwise, I would have already done it. And, I haven't ruled it out because everybody asks me and it's like, well, why don't you just say yes or no? Because so much crazy shit is happening. Wrong person gets sick, right? Everything changes. We don't, people are afraid to go out or the economy gets worse. Everything changes, and I think what's really missing is no one understands technology, and technology out of the candidates and even our senior politicians and, our most powerful politicians, they don't get tech at all. And yet tech is going to drive America 2.0 more than anything we could otherwise do. Whether it's robotics, AI, precision medicine, all these things are going to be the foundation to our economy going forward. And nobody who's running and nobody who's behind those people who running or in positions of power get any of that. And that's a real problem.
Part of, I think, what's really interesting is the one thing that Donald Trump definitely did in his presidential run was he kind of changed the rules of the game, right? Certain things that were taboo before now are cool.
Yep.
And you see that with the Andrew Yang type campaign. You see it with Mike Bloomberg and all the memes, and just a lot of things have changed. I guess, what's the playbook that you pull out? Like, let's say for 2020, I mean, you got a couple of months. Like, what do you do to even have a shot?
I mean, I talk about America 2.0. I talk about the fact that I hate both parties. I talk about the fact that literally that I would try to get rid of both parties. They serve no purpose. I talk about the fact that, Supreme Court, I would balance it. I would make sure that there's a Republican, an independent, a Democrat, repeat, right? That when it comes to appointing people for positions, I don't care what their political affiliation is. I'd appoint the best person, and most likely it turns into a balance again with independence. Those are the types of things where people just say, you know what, just put the best person in. I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat. I'm happy to work with you. Speaker of the House, I wouldn't put a politician in there. You don't have to be an elected official to be the Speaker of the House. I would go out there and find somebody from the outside who can add some balance. There's just so many different things that allow me to reject traditional politics that nobody who's a politician is able to do. And so I think that's what creates a lot of opportunity for me.
I got to speak for a lot of people. If you went in and said our whole mission here is to get rid of the politicians and get business leaders and entrepreneurs in here, I think you'd have a pretty big following.
And not just entrepreneurs, right? I mean, look, there's people who understand government who aren't politicians, right? The fact that there's an organization that I give a lot of money to called competitivedemocracy.org. And their whole mission in life is to help independents get on ballots, because the Republicans and Democrats do everything possible to keep non-Republican or Democratic candidates off the ballot. So we don't get the best candidates. And so those are the types of things that if I walked in, I would say, all that shit's out the door, right? Politics are gone, right? It's about doing what's right for the American people. That would be me, right? America 2.0 from a political and an economic and technological perspective, where we put people first. You jack up the minimum wage. If a company has people that are on public assistance, you find out why and you solve that problem. There's just a lot of things where we can put people first and really propel this country to do better things when we get on the other side of this.
Yeah, it'd be a hell of a story to go
off the top of my head.
Listen, it'd be a hell of a story to go from sleeping on the floor in the apartment to dancing naked, being a billionaire, and eventually in the Oval Office.
Pop, I'd have to give you all the credit, though, man. This is the dude that accelerated me, man. This is my launching pad right here, right now.